Hello and welcome to episode number 89 of Creating a Legend. I am the FM novice. You join me today for a game away at Manchester City in the Champions League Group A. A tough one to say the least. Since we were last together, we have had a good run, but it didn't start well. Dynamo Kiev at home, and it was an ugly, horrible game of football where we lost 2-0, 2 goals in the space of 10 minutes, securing Kiev the 3 points, and we were in 6th place at that point. All title aspirations dead and buried. Then we played against the team bottom of the table after an international break and beat them 7-0. Quite a decent performance. Kogot Diaz with 2, Starkov and a Hamid Fofana hat-trick, securing the points in this one. We did try out a new tactic in the second half of this one, and it seemed to work pretty well, but I'll talk to that in a moment. Then we started our Champions League group stages campaign against Rosenborg. A 3-0 victory, Hamid Fofana, Fabian Diaz and Denis Yanikov with the goals. Before a away game against Chernomets where we threw absolutely everything at them. Couldn't score until the 88th minute when this happened. Igor Dutz was released by us a couple of seasons ago, and he decided to score a rather funny own goal to give us the 3 points. We then followed it up with a cup tie away at Stal Kamyasinki, and it was quite a laboured game where we won 2-0. Svatok and Zoya with the goals. It was our second string side in a lot of ways, and we sort of huffed and puffed quite a bit, but got the win in the end. Before we played against our host Vorskla, Fabian Diaz, George McKenzie and Alexander Grebnev with the goals, all in the first half to give us a very secure 3-0 victory. What this means is we are nicely placed in 2nd place. 3 points off the top of the table at a game in hand, which is a heck of a lot better than I thought it would be after we lost to Shakhtar and Kiev. I don't talk tactics very often because it's something I know very little about. So our usual tactic is this 4-5-1 formation. Link below if you want to get access to that one. It's not one I've created. It's something that I downloaded quite a few seasons ago and I've slowly tinkered it over the years. The original is in the description of this video. We also play a generic 4-3-3 formation, kind of our go-to if things aren't working out quite well. We bung 3 up top and then see how it goes. And then we've swapped to use a, what do you call it, a 3-2-2-3 or 5-2-3 wing back. This is just a standard Football Manager 5-2-3 formation, which I've heard good things about. So we'll give that a go every now and then. We'll work on familiarity as we go through the training, but our standard one will be the 4-5-1. It's certainly the one we're going to be using today. Team for today's match at the Etihad Stadium is Sarniovsky in goal. Stepezi, Raimundo, Kovachenko and Genchev are the 4 in defence. Dmitry Krush is at right wing. Hamid Fofana is at left wing. George McKenzie, Ekrem and Starkov in the middle, with Fabian Diaz up front. We are humongous underdogs for this one, and this is the first time that I have managed in England in this save, so it's a good time had by all, hopefully, in this episode. AC Milan are the other opponents we can get in the Champions League group stages. We are expected to finish 3rd, but I'm relatively confident that we have an early free kick which we played in. Raimundo at the back post plays it into the midfield and Crush has a deflected shot a corner. I'm relatively confident that we can qualify from this group stages. We've already got 3 points against Rosenborg. I'm hoping that Man City and Man City win both of those games and we can pick up a couple of points out of Milan and qualify with relative ease. 25 gone here. Even though Man City have had most of the possession, we've had the only highlight to date. Plotnicki. Man City building from the back. Herkins to Dybala. I think he's a real player. Rugani to Van Heck to Herkins. Van Heck. Good defensive shape from Gelios here. Vickers Jr. intercepted by McKenzie to Crush. McKenzie, well, given away to Vinicius Jr. He's got pace to burn. He flies through, but Kovachenko's a rock who stops him. Get the ball back. Herkins. Vinicius Jr. Solomon now turns. Dybala to Palombo, who's in and beats the keeper at his near post. David Palomba has opened the scoring for Manchester City, and we are 1-0 down. But Milan and Rosenborg are drawing, so results are in our favour at this precise moment in time. Not the greatest half of football for us. We started okay, had a couple of half chances, but they scored with 10 minutes to go before half time to lead 1-0. A bit of a telling off at half time because we want to improve our standards. Even though a 1-0 defeat to Man City isn't the worst result we'll ever have. Dybala for free kick. Whips across, headed down, and it's a good save from Sarniowski. I thought that would have been the second goal. Crush and Diaz are not having great games. So we're going to look to make some changes. We're going to go to standard. We're going to bring on Chernik to replace Crush on that right hand side. Mikhail Chernik has been whinging recently that he's not getting some game time, so here's an opportunity to show what he can do on one of the biggest stages of all time. Stepezi finds Chernik now. What can he do? He plays it back to Stepezi. He finds Chernik. Can Chernik keep the ball in? He does. He crosses it into the near post, and Lopez picks the ball up and knocks the ball long. And Van der Velde to Herkens. Van Heck. Long ball over the top. Palumbo's in. Palumbo shoots, and it's off the post and cleared away. That looked like it had gone in, but they don't have VAR, so we move on. Starkov. Long ball over the top, trying to find Chernik. He's intercepted. Man City can break. Van der Velde. Long ball over the top again. Palumbo. And a lot of space there. Drives inside. Van der Velde. Van Heck shoots from distance, and that goes through the keeper. And that is 2-0 to Manchester City. Do we have any sort of options about changing things around? Going to bring on Tanskiowski for Ekrem just because he's exhausted, and Rollin for Diaz. Rollin is not in a great bit of form at the moment. Since he scored a hat-trick in a European qualifier, he has an absolutely nothing. Chance now maybe to show what he can do. And he's on the ball now, looking for options. To Stepezi, there are better options there, but he played it in. Cleared away, and that's poor. We had really good options there, but we chose the wrong pass. Chernik now Rollin. Looks for Fofana. Fofana drags his shot wide. That's a goal kick. 20 minutes to go. Man City are comfortable here. We are losing, but we are still in we're still in a good place at the moment, but there's only 2 games gone. As we can see, the third goal. Palumbo at the near post, knocking the ball in. He was unmarked there. We've lost the game. There's no two ways about it, really. Man City's proving why they are one of the best teams in Europe, and we are proving why we can't win our domestic league at the moment. Completely outclassed and outbattled. We've made all our changes. There's nothing really much we can do apart from count down the clock for the last few minutes of the game and move on to the next match. Another free kick. They've had lots of free kicks in and around that area. Ruben Neves to Dybala. He finds Van der Velde. He finds Palumbo. Back to Van der Velde. For Giannini. Dybala. Shoots wide, and that will be the full-time whistle you would expect. The score was Man City 3, Gelios 0. Outclassed is a simpler way to describe this tie. The bigger side won as expected, but we're still second in the group. We have AC Milan coming up next. We've got Rosenborg as well to play before we play Man City again. So there is a really good chance that we can still qualify. So we move on. So thank you very much for watching, guys. If you've enjoyed what you've seen, please do leave a like. If you're new to the channel, please do subscribe. I've been the FM Novice, and I'll talk to you again very, very soon. Good night.